nails were getting kind of long. So I was like, hey, I can make a video out of that before I cut them. So there we go. That's what this is. That's how we came to this conclusion. It's just gonna be one long video of this sound. And there's a few different sounds you can make, a few variations, but that's the video. I'm really bad at multitasking, so I could be rambling at the same time. Because I know you guys like rambles. I like rambles too, but I feel like if I rambled, the nail tapping might suffer. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of rambling right now. But still, I don't know. It's not a focus of this video, that's for sure. Rambling is not the focus. I'll throw in words if I feel like it, but don't expect, this to be a rambling video. This is kind of like the Miss Manganese does a clipping and trigger where she I guess she just I don't know how she does it. I guess it's just that, but she's like, I'll clip you in, I'll clip you in, I'll clip you in. I don't know. It's a good trigger. I like it. I'm not doing it justice. You should go check out her versions of it. I just realized the washing machine is getting a bit louder. It was in that part of the cycle where it's kind of quiet. So I thought it wouldn't be an issue, but it's getting kind of louder, so you can probably hear that in the background. So I'm sorry about that. But I needed to make a video, and there's not much you can do about that. So there's going to be a little bit of background noise in this one. There's been a little bit of background noise in a couple of my videos before, so hopefully it's not a big issue. I don't know. I try to, keep it to a minimum if I can, but sometimes it's just out of your control, like if there's a lawnmower outside or something, or you're doing your laundry, and you haven't made a video in 3 days, and your upload schedule is getting really sporadic and lackluster. What's that saying? Distance makes the heart grow fonder or something like that. So it's maybe there's something to be said about not uploading super frequently. I feel like when I do go a long time without uploading, the next video I upload, that'll be the first one in a while. I feel like that one usually does do better. So I don't know if that's a sign of something, but probably not a great strategy to grow your channel, to intentionally reduce your uploads. But I don't know. That's not what I'm trying to do, for the record. I'm just busy. And all the stuff I talked about in the last video. I hope this video sounds good. I'm not a big fan of like white noise in videos. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. I don't know how loud I listen to the videos when I'm editing them. I feel like it might be a little bit quieter than maybe some of you listen to my videos. I'm not sure. But I feel like I have pretty minimal white noise, like almost no white noise in my videos. I could be wrong. Depending on how loud you listen to it, it probably will sound more or less white noisy. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so much better than everyone else, because I don't have white noise. It's like, I don't really do anything in particular to like reduce it, you know? Like I don't do noise removal I record to Audacity. And then I just bring that into the video editor that I use. And Audacity has a feature that you can reduce the noise by, you select a portion of the audio where there's nothing but noise, right? And then you use that as the sound profile that you then use to you're basically telling it this sound, get rid of it across the entire thing. It does a good job of removing the noise, but it also does a really good job of reducing the audio quality of whatever track it is, So I don't like the noise removal. I never use it. There's probably a good way to use it, and maybe I'm just not using it in a good way. I use all the default settings and everything, and I don't know. Like I said, it does a good job of reducing the noise. It usually gets rid of the noise. But I think it's just kind of a side effect of, the operation of noise removal, that it just reduces the quality of the rest of, because you're the audio is one recording, right? It's not a bunch of different recordings with, this one's the noise. You can just delete that one, and then the rest is untouched. It's it's all put together, right? So when you fuck with one part of it, in theory, I guess you should be able to pluck out the frequencies, right? But it's it's a little more advanced than Audacity allows you to be. Maybe eventually. I mean, I think NVIDIA makes a noise removal. I don't know. I don't know if it's out yet or not. I'm not 100% sure. But I remember seeing some kind of NVIDIA demo for AI enhanced noise reduction, and it was insane. It can take the noisiest shit. Imagine recording audio in a cafeteria full of people, and they're just as loud, if not louder than you, and it was able to completely remove their audio basically, and then really punch up your audio. It was insane. I mean, to be fair, when it comes to things like tech demos, regardless of what it is, the tech demo is going to be a highly curated, demonstration, because they want their shit to look good, right? So, they're gonna display the most impressive, set of circumstances that they were able to successfully do. That's not to say that it's always misleading or anything, because typically I think it's probably illegal to not do this, but whatever they achieved in the demo, they genuinely did achieve, right? So it is possible to get that, but again, they've got like engineers working, like they're the people that made the program, like they know exactly like what settings to fine tune. Like an average user of their software is not going to probably have quite as good of results as they demonstrate in tech demos and stuff. And like I said, that goes for anything. But still, pretty cool. So yeah, like maybe in the future when AI, gets more powerful, which it is getting pretty powerful at this point, but yeah, once it gets even better, maybe we'll have really good AI noise reduction where you can have any noise in the background and it just perfectly gets rid of it while maintaining the quality of the audio that you're actually trying to record. It is a little bit of a impossibility, I suppose. Not impossibility, but what I'm trying to say is, like, when it comes to audio, right? When you want to remove noise from the background without affecting the noise of the foreground, I think it's going to come down to having to, like, reconstruct it, right? And so I don't know if it's genuinely possible to, like, perfectly remove background noise without affecting the foreground noise at all, because that's just kind of how sound works, So I don't know. But I guess it's just a matter of how well the AI can reconstruct the foreground noise and if it's, noticeable or not. Because that's all you really have to do, right? You don't have to make it perfect. You just have to make it good enough that no person would ever be able to tell, right? AI is crazy, though. It's really weird. Like, it's weird to think that, like, AI is becoming, like, a big part of, like, creative workflows in, like, a lot of industries and stuff. It's like, I don't know, I guess at the end of the day, if the AI is trained off of human works, then, like, there is, a human element to it. But at the same time, like, say I go to a designer and I want them to design my house, right? If I know they're just going to use AI to design the house, why do I even go to this designer? I have access to the same exact AI that they have access to. I could just design it myself using the same method. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like AI is starting to muddy the reason to, like, do certain things, It's like, I don't know. I guess it's not really a novel thought. I mean, that's kind of the whole debate against AI is like, it's going to take the jobs of, like, millions of artists and shit. Like, as a VFX studio, if you employ, like, hundreds, if not thousands of people, talented, artists to, like, create movies and stuff, right? Why would you continue to pay thousands of people when you can just have, like, a couple hundred computers, like, rendering stuff automatically just based on, like, text prompts and stuff, It just doesn't make financial sense. So it is weird. I'm getting the flashing icon, so it's getting close to that time in this video where the video cuts off. That's my trademark now. Every video ends with a black screen now, instead of just ending like a normal video. But yeah, that's just how things work. So I don't know. I mean, obviously we're a ways away from, being able to create like full CGI scenes and stuff with AI, but I mean, we're getting closer every day. I mean, AI generated video, because like the first thing was AI generated images, right? Where you gave it a text prompt and it would generate something similar to the prompt. And every day we get closer to AI video. I mean, there's already things that create AI videos. It's just a matter of raising the bar of quality, right? And also like optimizing the like efficiency, because it's still a pretty intense process. Like you need a pretty decent computer to be able to like do it. So like being able to make it so that like, imagine if you could, well, there goes the video, but I'm just gonna keep going because the video was kind of short. So what if I just try to start recording again? Let's try that. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. This is the oldest trick in the book. Just keep recording, even though it doesn't have space. Supposedly. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, efficiency. Imagine if like you could just create a movie on your phone using a text prompt, like a movie about yada yada yada, and then just boom, it just generates it on your phone. Like, I mean, we're already kind of, it's getting kind of insane with like, you know, there's a lot of filters on TikTok that are like pretty impressive if you actually like understand what's going on. Like a lot of people, you know, don't understand like how VFX works and stuff, and I'm not a genius when it comes to those things either, but as someone that has done VFX work, I understand it better than most people do, probably. And it's kind of insane, like what TikTok is able to do, like automatically. Like there's a lot of filters that like mask out your silhouette, and like depending on the situation, like it does it pretty well. Like that's insane. Like rotoscoping is a huge part of VFX, and to think that you can just do it automatically on your phone is kind of insane. And there's a lot of other examples of like TikTok filters that are like pretty impressively like detailed and like not super easy things to achieve. And yes, most of the TikTok filters, if not all of them, are not as high of quality as would be required for like a blockbuster movie. But again, it's just like, it's only a matter of time before it is, right? I mean, it's only getting better. It's not going to get any worse. So that's just crazy. I mean, imagine being able to make a movie on your phone. But like, I mean, arguably you already can make a movie with your phone, just because like phones have pretty good cameras nowadays, and you know, if you're just a creative person, you can go out and do it. But yeah, you don't imagine not even having to go outside. Imagine just being able to lay in bed, type in a thing on your phone, and make a movie, just like that. Like, oh yeah, every morning I wake up and I make a new movie every day. Like, imagine that. And imagine that they were good. Like, how is Hollywood even going to stay in business, like, as an industry? If we get to a point where, you know, and this applies to any creative industry, video games, movies. I mean, those are the two main ones that come to mind, but like design as well, like architects and engineers potentially, depending on like how smart we can make the AI to where it can like, you know, because AI is very creative, but if you tell it to generate a building, there's no guarantee that the building is actually structurally sound. But imagine if you could make the AI smart enough to understand like physics, and you know, we wouldn't need engineers anymore. Like what? Like this is insane. But yeah, imagine like going back to the Hollywood. It's like how is Hollywood gonna stay in business? How is it gonna be financially, you know, what's the word? I can't think of the word. How is it going to be financially can't think of the word. There's a word. It's a really simple word too. So you're probably just like, oh my God, Connor. It's this word. It's this word, Connor. Just say the word. Secure is the word that's coming to mind, but I don't think that's the word. Financially secure. How is it going to be financially sound? How is it going to be financially... I don't know. How are they going to make any fucking money if some Joe Blow can make a movie just as good as they can for free in his bed when it takes them hundreds of millions of dollars to, and months of time, if not years of time, to create movies? It's like, there's no way that, like, they'd be able to compete. I feel a sneeze coming on. I'm gonna be sneezing here in a second. I'm gonna leave that in, and I'm just gonna blow your eardrums out. You're welcome. But yeah, it's weird. It's a weird time we're entering. I don't know what's gonna happen. I imagine because of how detrimental it could be to these massive industries that obviously have a hugely vested interest in from the most powerful individuals in the world. I mean, we're talking about the 1% here. They control fucking everything. There's no way they're just gonna like roll over and allow like normal people to ruin their livelihood. So I imagine something's gonna happen to where like there are restrictions on what you're allowed to make with AI, or maybe there's restrictions on who's allowed to use AI, but that seems unlikely just because like that's just discrimination. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe the development of AI will just be halted altogether because it's deemed like too big of a risk to society. Who knows? That would be pretty crazy though, because I mean there are companies like OpenAI that, their company is developing AI. So if you tell them, look, you can't do your job, it's like you're fucking over this one company. It's like, I don't even know if that would be legal or allowed, I don't know what the rules are in life and business. I'm not a businessman, so I don't know. I'm not a lawman either. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know what the rules are. But it is weird. It's crazy. We're entering a very odd era. I mean, imagine me as a content creator. Imagine if I could just sit down, I could train an AI based off of my videos. Like, I just feed it all the videos I made. I made like 200 videos by this point. Maybe not quite 200, but close to 200, I'm pretty sure. That's a lot of time for it to like pick up on my speech patterns, my movements, my facial movements, and like just the general structure of my videos. Imagine if I could just train an AI on my videos, and then I never have to actually record anything ever again. I could just upload thousands of videos every day because I just tell it, generate a random Connor Priola ASMR video, and it just does. Like, and generating an entire Hollywood movie is pretty challenging, but I imagine generating something like this would be pretty fucking easy. So it's just weird. It's just weird. I'm telling you, it's only going to be a matter of time before AI YouTubers start like popping up. And I mean, arguably that's already kind of a thing. There's already a lot of YouTube channels that their content is 100% like AI generated, where it's like, I saw one video the other day. It was like, watch AI play Detroit Become Human, which, it's a weird premise. But I mean, obviously the person had to like record themselves playing, and arguably there's no saying that, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there already are videos that kind of incorporate AI in a large way. And there goes the video again, sorry. So it's gonna be black for just a minute. I'm gonna finish up here. I'm just talking. I'm just rambling. Okay, so it kind of became a ramble video. Anyway, there's already channels that incorporate in large part AI, if not basically being all their channel is. And AI isn't even that powerful at this point. So it's like, imagine AI that can actually generate videos in like, replicate personalities and stuff. It's gonna be chaos. It's going to be insane. And it's going to be really weird more than anything else. We are entering a very, very strange future. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.